What's up, guys? It's your boy Boogie back again with another live stream. Thank you guys for being here with me on this nice Friday. It's Friday, guys. So do me a favor as you're coming in, like the video. I really appreciate that. Let me just make sure you can hear me and then we can get started. I got somebody ready in the chat. All right, what's up, guys? Oh my goodness, three people. Mr. Gino, and then Reno Gibson. What's up, man? Guys, like the video. Okay, Reno Gibson. Can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just put it in the chat. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Miss Mariam in the chat. Shout out to you guys, man. Mr. Gino in the chat. All right, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me on my end, and then we get started. You see the title? You see the thumbnail? We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. All right, and then I got another funny video for you guys. I know it's not dating related. Okay, Reno says they can hear me, but I have another video that we're gonna review. It's not like dating related, but it's more about it's still men and women. It's gonna be funny. It will be later in the show, but apparently black women are tired of chocolate men because we are broke. They want some white men. All right. So guys, do me a favor, like the video if you're just coming in. That will mean so much to me. Because when you like the video, other people will know we're here. So I'm not even gonna waste your time. It's Friday, man. You could be out, but you're here with me. So let me not waste your time. Let me get started. Okay. So let's go.
Grave mistake of marrying a professional international criminal con artist, and I wanted to share with you guys the lessons I have learned.
A lot of people want to be in interracial relationships, and that is no different from women, especially black women. Depending on where they've grown up and where they went to school, they may find a lot more value dealing with men outside of their own ethnicity, especially in their own particular tribes. And this is the key with this lady by the name of Onyeka. Now, Onyeka Ihi is a Nigerian American lady who fell in love with this particular Danish guy by the name of Martin Sandgaard Andersen. And, well,
she was scammed out of over $500,000 by her soulmate. And she shared this story on TikTok, calling it the Danish deception. It all started in 2022 when Onyeka Ehi met this tall, charming, I have royal ties Danish guy at a beach club in Croatia. Instant chemistry. He flew her to Monaco, paid for luxury hotels, took her to Saint-Tropez. The whole fairy tale. She fell hard, told him she loved him. He said it back. And then that's when things got dark because suddenly his millions were tied up. The IRS froze his accounts and he just needed a small loan. $6,000 turned into tens of thousands while they were planning a life together, even marriage and a green card. But when she visited his family in Denmark, nothing matched his stories. Then she learned he had a massive gambling addiction and had already borrowed $200,000 from her friend's husband, then money from her friends, even $3,000 from her little sister. Every loan came with a new lie. And when he couldn't lie anymore, he simply asked for a divorce and disappeared. Only after he left did she realize the full scale of the cheating, gambling, manipulation, and the $300,000 more picture. But the internet did what the internet does, and they found him.
Now this guy scammed her.
I mean, first of all, shout out to Ashed Duke Jackson, right? This is his video. But I can guarantee you guys, this white man took over $500,000 from this black woman. I can guarantee you, if she has dated black men before, she has never even spent $1,000 on those men. I'm going to say it again. I can guarantee you this woman has never spent even $1,000 on all the black men she has dated prior to getting this white man. It's like they have so they don't want to submit to black men, but when they get a white man, they quickly submit. The double standards are crazy.
As you've heard, for over $500,000, and also people in her family. He claimed to be a real estate mogul in a family. And this man has been doing this with a lot of women. And of course, she is now out here telling everybody about it.
Hey guys. So I wanted to provide some clarity on my most recent post. So this account that I'm currently posting on right now actually used to be a couples account that I had with my ex, and we would do fun videos. We are no longer together. We haven't been together for the past month. Whatever crazy thing you guys could imagine that happened, just know it is worse.
So the channel that she had was basically a couples channel. This is interesting because she was excited to have this man. She was excited that, you know, she found the love of her life, and she wanted everybody to know about it. The whole time she was, but, and now she has motives.
Wanted to touch on the reasons why I decided to share my story. Obviously, I did touch on this in the introduction disclaimer video. The first reason being love is a part.
First of all, do you guys see how she's smiling? This is a woman who just lost thousands and thousands of dollars to a man, to a white man, but she's smiling. I can guarantee you, if it was a black man who scammed that woman, it would be all over the internet. It would be black man this, black man that. She wouldn't be smiling. He probably would be in jail. But I can guarantee you she's going to do nothing about it. She's not going to take him to jail. And I can guarantee you, if she starts dating black men again, she would never, ever spend that money on black men. Because a black man will simply say, baby, can you give me $5,000? I'm trying to start a business. She's going to be like, no, a real man provides. You should be a provider. I'm not going 50-50 with you. You're sassy, you gay. How dare you ask a woman for money? But she lost thousands and thousands of dollars on a white man. Now she's going to blame black men in the future. What?
Powerful drug. Y'all, I watched Tinder Swindler and I watched the Mary series, and I never thought I would fall victim to something like this. And now that it's happened, I'm deciding to work through it in therapy, give myself grace, give myself compassion. If you also fell victim to something like this, which let me tell you guys, I've already received that.
Therapy? If somebody took $10,000 from me, I'm taking them to jail. She's going to therapy. She lost almost $500,000 or some shit like that, and she's going to therapy? Seriously? Do you guys believe if a black man took $10,000 from this woman, she would just go to, do you think she would take him to jail? She would sue him, or do you think she would just go to therapy and everything will be good?
Thousands of messages of other victims. You are not alone, and do not let that shame eat you alive.
So if you go to her TikTok, you'll see that she's really adamant about helping herself overcome this self-trauma, not being ashamed, you know, bringing this to light. So firstly, she's saying she's doing this largely for her own self and her own self-worth. But then
Number two, I want to protect other people. Y'all, this man was a professional, international criminal con artist, and he will not stop. So I do not want to be complicit in him continuing to hurt other people. And obviously, I know that I'm going to fall under scrutiny, and that's okay. I really don't care, but I'm just happy that I can do my part to protect other people.
now she does not want to be complicit by allowing this man to do this to other people. This is what she's also saying. She doesn't want this to happen to somebody else. All right. And again, if you listen to this lady, I don't want to be judgmental, but she is not using what I would consider AAVE or what somebody else would consider AAVE, African American vernacular English. So this leads me to believe that she has a neutral accent. She's from the Texas area. So it leads me to believe that this lady, if I were to close my eyes and listen to her articulate herself, I would assume that she was white. So this means that she probably came from a very well-to-do family. I mean, she's been going places like Croatia, you know, probably descends from successful Nigerian Americans. Again, if you have $500,000 before the age of 31, you're doing very well. Okay. So being closer to whiteness is probably how she's grown up. She's probably grown up going to school with a lot of whites, identifying with whites, and has no problem, obviously, with interracial marriages. And what this is, from the outside looking in, we can say this lady is a swirler, but I'm going to just give context to it because it's easy to say, okay, here you have another black chick or African chick out here selling out for the white man. This obviously is how she's grown up. It's how she's grown up. And if your kids grew up in an affluent neighborhood or an affluent situation, this is how they're going to identify like that.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. And I mean, I kind of agree with O'Shea, but I don't think it matters how she grew up. We know if this was a black man who took her money, he would be in jail. We know that she's going to try to date another white man and she's not going to complain, right? You know, because usually when a black woman dates a black man, and he does something she doesn't like and the relationship ends, it's going to be all black men are bad. All black men are this and that. Oh my God, black men are not providers. Black men are sassy. Like they paint the picture like black men are this and that, right? But for the white man, not one time has she come out to say white men are this, white men are bad, white men are thieves, white men steal money from women, white men are not providers. I can guarantee you she's going to go on and try to date another white man, and she's never going to even complain again, right? But if it was a black man who did the same thing, it would be crazy.
Right? So now what has happened is she's been scammed. She's telling everybody about the fact that she's been scammed, and people are bringing up the elephant in the room.
A lot of y'all are making this into a race thing, which does not make any sense to me because a lot of black men and black women scam all the time. I just watched a documentary on Netflix where a woman got scammed out of $2 million. And guess what? Her husband was black. And this might not be your intention, but when you're blaming race, you're actually minimizing the fraud and the actual damage that was caused by the scam. So we're on the topic of race. I'm not going to lie, guys. The most hateful messages I've been seeing are coming from black women. And that's actually really surprising to me because I thought we were here to protect each other and lift each other's voices. So what's going on?
The sisterhood is not standing with us. I've been telling you guys, anytime sisters don't agree on something, it's an issue. They believe they should agree with everything, good or bad, especially bad. They don't want to hold each other accountable. But now that black women are actually calling her out, she doesn't like it.
No, I'm not going to fight hate with hate. So I'm just going to end this video saying, let's all do better. Let's practice empathy. Let's practice love.
You see how
and if
she's
you're a victim
smiling?
out there, just know that your voice deserves to be heard.
So the race thing is something that is the elephant in the room, in my honest opinion, because she's saying, listen, you guys are making it about race, and no, it's not about race. Anybody can get scammed. But the reality is, in my honest estimation, the fact that you were in Croatia, it's not like you met this man in Nigeria, okay? I can tell you, I lived in Poland, and the only reason why I was there in Poland because I was in medical school. I never once thought about going to Croatia. So the fact that you felt comfortable going to Croatia leads me to believe that you're very comfortable in Europe, and you're very comfortable meeting a man from Europe. That's what it makes me believe. And also, you're the kind of lady, because of the way that she speaks, this is a lady who probably doesn't have very, very many black friends, not many black American friends. Again, her world is a lot different. You know, she's probably very smart, very talented. And so the fact that this man is white, it helped him a lot, because when you talk like her in the black community, we're going to be honest, even if you come back out into the black sector where the African-American way of doing things is still going to be dominant, because, oh, you're one of those black chicks that sound white. It's going to be hard for her to be accepted by blacks. It just is. Not trying to say that she hasn't dated black men, but she's a thin lady. You know, she's very beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But, you know.
Yeah, that's right. She's a good look. Obviously, there's some makeup, but you can tell she's a good looking sister, right? But the issue is, what happened to her? Honestly, I'm starting to think it didn't really happen. It could have been maybe a few $1,000s, maybe $2,000, but not $500,000, not $300,000. Because the way she's smiling, unless she has tens of millions of dollars, who knows? Because if somebody has $10 million and they lose $500,000, okay, it's a lot to somebody, like to the regular people, but to them it may not be too much. But the way she's smiling about it, and oh, he scammed me and he's a scammer, and she's very, you know, I don't know if I would lose $500,000 and smile the way she's smiling. But of course, it was the white man. It wasn't the black man. That's what I'm saying. If it was the black man who did it to her, I don't think she would be smiling. I'm just saying.
Dealing with a lot of the brothers, you know, in a very competitive city like Dallas, I'm not saying that she's not attracted to black men or they don't like her, but she would face, for a lot of the brothers, an uphill battle. She's competing against a lot of different women. And then she probably doesn't have so much in common with, you know, people, or, you know, she's a Nigerian American, sounds not white, sounds white, to be honest. Now, this could be her, how she talks just in front of TikTok, but I honestly feel that her code switch game is not strong. You trusted this white guy because this is what you want. And you wanted this. You wanted the world to know that you landed a white man. And this is what you've always dreamed for. That's why people are plugging in or inserting this racial component, because the racial component indeed is true. It's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, because the way you see all these TikToks, right? The way she's showing off the man, there's a high chance this woman has dated a black man before, right? Because no black woman just wakes up and starts dating white men. They try black men, they complain black men are not good for them, black men are not providers, and then they go white, right? So if we can believe she has dated a black man before, the next question is going to be, has she shown off those black men she has dated before, even if it was one, the way she was showing off this white man on TikTok, like all over her social media? Look, everything was about, of course, you know, he claimed he had money. So we know one of the things she loves is a man who has money. But if she has dated a black man before, was she showing him off the way she was showing off this guy? And the answer is probably no. And that goes to so many black women. They hide the black man. They never put him on social media. But as soon as they get, unless you're rich, you know, if you're rich, they're going to show you off, especially if you're buying them things. If you're taking them on trips, they will show you off. But if you're just the average man, nobody needs to know about you. You know why? Because if they show off Boogie on their Instagram, that Boogie is the boyfriend, they may lose out on a chance of a rich guy sliding their DMs, because they're gonna be like, oh, she's already dating the average Boogie, so the rich guy may not want to waste his time. But if I'm dating a woman, she doesn't put me on social media, pretty much is like single, so men can still go in the DMs easily.
And you don't want to admit that, but a lot of black people trust white people. And if this person was black, you would have figured this out all the way, because when we're dealing with each other, we're always on high alert. That's black people in America, blacks in Africa, anywhere. We are very trusting of whites, and we give them more credit than what they deserve.
True.
So we got to put this out there. And this is one of the reasons why he understood you were easy target, because you were black.
Right, because she likes
That's why.
money too.
Oh, you're black? Oh, you're rich? You're successful? Okay, whoa. Let me get this money. And you were able to give it to him because how it made you feel, because you felt that he was better than you. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you black in America, even if you're educated, even if you're doing well, the pressure to fit into the white world and white acceptance is strong. And for so many black women, getting that white man is a trophy in itself. And so now that it didn't work out, you're trying to talk about it with a non-racial component, but that component is obviously there, and it's hard to miss, honey. It's hard to miss. You
Yes.
got Zaddy. He loves me.
That's what I just
and
said.
You girls don't have it. We're doing funny dances on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys look so adorable. How can I get a white man like him? Okay. Now you got scammed because you were out there looking for color and you were not looking for substance.
And that's probably one of the reasons black women are coming after her, because clearly the reason she was putting him all over her social media was to make black women jealous. Look at my rich white man. He's taking me on these trips. He's taking me here. He's spending money on me and things like that. Maybe she didn't even like him like that, right? Because I guarantee you there's plenty of homeless white men. She could have picked one of them, but clearly she did. She picked the rich one who's tall. You can tell he's a pretty tall guy, right? So, no, I'm not jealous. I'm just breaking down. What would you think? Joseph is saying I'm jealous. Why would I be jealous? I'm simply breaking down the logic behind the whole situation. Why would I be jealous? I mean, I'm never going to meet this woman ever in my life. Why would I be jealous? I'm simply breaking down what's going on, right? So for me, I believe one of the reasons she was showing him off is because she wanted to make other women jealous. That's why when they broke up, other women are coming after her.
If the person was black, you would identify this right away. Clearly what the truth actually is. And let's just be honest. So guys, we think it's your boy O'Shea Jackson. Back at the end of the episode of Celebrity Drunk.
Yeah, and shout out to O'Shea, man. Once I saw the video, because I always like the way O'Shea breaks down his videos, so I was like, let me review it. But what you guys think? Some people think I'm jealous. Like, why would I be? I don't know this lady. I don't get to be jealous. I'm simply breaking down the relationship dynamics. That's what I do on the channel, really. But shout out to you guys for watching. Shout out to you, Joseph. I disagree, but shout out to you for watching. Like the video, guys. Let me get the next video rolling. Exactly, Miss Mariam. Why would I be jealous of that? Like, I'm just breaking down the psychology behind the way I see it in my. But anyway, still, Joseph, your opinion is still valid, but I'm not jealous at all. Now, if she was spent, if the white man stole her from me, then I would be jealous. But I don't know the lady, so, and she's a good. I even said she's a good looking lady, because every time I say a woman looks good, you guys call me a simp. I see it in the comments every time I say a woman looks good. Y'all call me a simp. So anyway, let me do the next video. Shout out to you guys watching. That was fun. That was crazy, man. Let's see who's next. All right. Guys, the video. Yeah, Miss Mariam is right. She was dumb to get scammed. No one is jealous of that. Yeah. Also, I believe because in the beginning, apparently he came, giving her gifts, spending money on her. So she thought she got a rich guy. And some guys do that. Some guys meet a woman, they realize she's a gold digger, right? And what they do is they're like, oh, okay, she's a gold digger. Even if the guy doesn't have money, he's gonna fake it, spend money on her, and then make her believe he has money. And then he's like, okay, can you give me some money to invest in my business? And then she's gonna keep spending money on him, thinking she's investing in this rich man. And then before you know it, the guy has taken all her money. It's an old game. People have been doing that for so long.
Women are tired. The feminine is tired, and I have been feeling it. I have been seeing it. I have been witnessing it and having conversations with women who are really struggling right now. From single mothers, too many single mothers I know that don't have the fathers present in relationship to the children, or even financial support. And then single women that don't feel like there are enough good men out there to rely on and to lean into during these times. And why I wanted to share this is because it is like this secret conversation that's being had amongst other women. And then there's a fear of vulnerability of exposing that and sharing that women are leaning on women because there are not enough reliable men.
Y'all want to be
lean on.
independent.
There are a lot of us that feel like we're holding so much for our communities and for ourselves that it's hard to kind of put it down and to rest. Whether it's for they're holding space, other women are holding space for their children, for their communities, for their families, for each other. And
You wanted to be independent.
it's really hard to feel
What
like
happened?
there are solid men within our communities that can hold us so that we can rest for a moment. Check in on the women in your communities, whether they're single mothers, whether they're just sisters out in the world doing their thing.
Their baby
just check
daddies
in
should check on
On
them.
the women in your life. Ask how they're doing during these times,
Why?
even at a minimum.
Okay, well, we'll start with Chris. Chris, the topic she was talking about, there's not enough men to lean on in today's times, and they're leaning on women. Do you agree with her?
She over there smashing right now. Food.
They told men not to
You
approach
said
them.
what, Chris? It's okay. We'll go to someone else, and then we can come back. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. What you eating, baby?
Sorry. I was watching the thing. No, she's
Fried
wrong.
chicken. Wait. What are you eating?
I was eating a Ritz cracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I was going to say she's wrong. It's not that there's not meant to be on. They've pushed men away. These
Exactly.
feminists, they've pushed the men away.
Mhm,
But then they say, "Oh, we're strong, independent women."
mhm.
But then
That's what I
they
said.
want someone to lean on, and then they say, "Oh, but we want a man, but there's no men." But then they don't cater to the man. They go around in circles. These silly women.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I agree with her. I agree.
Huh?
Are you from England?
I'm from New York originally, but I grew up in London. So yeah,
Okay, happy here. Okay.
I have the accent.
Yes. Here.
Does anybody disagree with Chris?
Nah, she's right. Women literally have been telling men for decades, not 5 years, not 10 years, decades, 3, 4, 5 decades. Leave us alone. We make our own money. We can do everything a man can do. You can't say that and then claim men should check on you. You are tired. I mean, men work till they're 70 years, 80 years. Married men have to work till those years because they need to provide for the family. But if you tell a man you don't need him, you can also work till you're 70, till you're 80. I mean, that is a consequence. You can't have it all, ladies.
Halfway. That lady was touching on a lot of different things. I think two things can be true at the same time. I mean, we just spoke to it. Anton spoke to it about the gayness, but I really think it boils down to masculinity and how it's missing in a lot of men. But I also know that there are good men that women, I've been guilty of it, that have not prioritized good men in their life based on
accountability. I like
things that they can see, whether they're not tall or they're not in shape or they don't have any hair or they have small packages, different things like that. So
she's right.
These are things that I've heard. So
we big over here.
Big on head. What?
I said we big over here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, more power to you, Chef.
I don't know about down there, but we big up here. Man, y'all know about them niggas.
You gotta chill.
I gotta give Delina flowers. This is the first time for all the videos I've been reacting to when Delina is on the panel. This is the first time I've heard her take accountability. So Delina, if you're watching this, shout out to you for the first time. I'll give you credit.
Got nose. Niggas got nose.
But overall, she is right. We do need to check on the women. We need in the world, and we need to make sure that they are looked after, they are cared for, and they are valued, because we provide value to each other. So we need to definitely take care of our women and one another.
Nah, I just
I'm sorry. In the video, did she say that women are scared to voice their opinion about how they feel tired?
That's a lie.
In this society?
No,
because that's all I see on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook. Just women just saying how tired they are of everything in the society. All they talk about is they tired of everything. And
tired of
I don't understand what she mean by women are scared to voice their opinion. Where?
They be saying that they tired of
that's all they talk about is how tired they are. And then she want to say that women it's a lack of men in this society for women to lean on. Women don't want to lean on no men.
Exactly.
Last time I checked, we was independent women. Last time that's what I was told. I was told that we're supposed to be independent women and we're not supposed to lean on no man, care about no man. We're supposed to be the boss babe and almighty powerful women. That's what I was told.
That's true. Ladies, if you want to turn off a man on a date, especially a man you're meeting for the first time, try to talk about how much money you make, how much your career focused on a date. Even if he doesn't ask you, right? If you want to turn off a man, try to tell him how much of an independent woman you are. Any man of substance in that moment, I don't care if you're at 11 out of 10, like you're the baddest of the baddest. Any man who knows what he wants is going to be turned off. Now, he may still clap them cheeks. I'm not saying he's just going to drop you, but taking you seriously, it's just going to do something to him. It's going to be like, okay, you're independent, but I'm here. Because men like to feel needed.
So I don't understand what she's talking about. I don't understand what world she's living in, what social media timeline she's in, because that's all women talk about. All women talk about is how they hate men. So why would there be any men for women like her to lean on? All she talk about is how she's tired of men, and women like her, all they talk about is how they hate men. And so why would there be any men at her disposal for her to lean on? Don't no man want to lean on no woman that constantly complaining about she tired and this, that, and the third. She a nag. Don't nobody want to. I don't want you to lean on me.
Fact.
She talk about lean on other women. Don't lean on me.
Fact.
I don't want you to lean on me. I don't care. I don't care that you're tired.
One
Because
fundamental
y'all,
thing.
this is the life y'all sold me. This is what y'all told me to do. Growing up, y'all told me to be the strong, independent woman.
I thought she
I
was
don't want to
finished.
hear nothing about
Look at
nobody.
Aaliyah.
I don't
I
care.
like Aaliyah.
Did we gather that she's tired of the poor relationships that we have with men? Because at first it sounded like she was speaking from a tired of having to like put in the same amount of work as men. Because I personally think we don't need to be out there working like that. We need to be in the house, you know. And
Nah, Darlene. Women spend 60 years, maybe even more, saying they want to go out and work like men, saying everything a man can do, they can do. Oh, now all of a sudden, now that you've realized you have to pay all these bills, and you've realized you may have to work until you're 75, now you've realized you're tired, now you want men back? No. You can't have it both ways. No.
outside and do certain things when we want to. That's what I was hearing at first, and then she added the stuff about the kids, you ain't helping out, and all this other type of stuff. So I really want to know, what is the point of her video? What is she speaking to? Tired?
She was all over the place.
Tired of,
She was all over the place. She wasn't really like anything specific.
But
she was all over the place. But I mean, she even said something like, "Well, now it's women leaning on women," and I'm like, it bothers me because I saw something the other day, and I think the statistics are so true that men dominate pretty much majority of all working fields out there. Anything out there, men still dominate all of them, right? So we want to talk about women trying to lean on women, whereas the very society that men and women live in is supported by men, but yet her premise is, well, the women are suffering as a result of it. But the culture is saying divest from men, remove yourself from a man. We don't need a man. But fundamentally, it doesn't support anything like that. But now that women are having to put themselves in men's spaces, and unfortunately, they're getting lonelier and lonelier. Like the other day, I was just driving around, and I'm seeing more and more, not older or like it doesn't look like they're drugged or cracked out, but women on the side of the streets with signs.
Yeah, homeless women.
Women on the side of the streets with signs saying, you know, I need food and all this stuff.
Oh, they're not legal citizens.
They're white women. They're white women.
Oh, you seen one? Okay, well, they can.
A couple of them.
Oh, she couldn't believe that. She out there white.
There are people from Russia that not supposed to be here. I will tell you, seeing the women that have the sign, please help me, I need food, and they got the baby outside too. They be having houses.
Going back to the video, I think that some women, that woman was, you know, pretty, like, she thought that her looks was going to get her through. She thinks that
I hardly could hear
her boobs was out the whole time.
So loud.
Yeah, her boobs were out. Mariam talked about it.
Somebody in the comments said premature, please.
Wait, let me just say. So they think that their looks, some girls think that their looks are going to get them to a certain point, and when that doesn't happen, they become bitter. She sounded a little bitter. She didn't address the fact that she picked those guys that she was with. She gave them
that's if she even picked any guys. You know what I mean? Honestly, because to be honest, I'm gonna cut the ladies some slack, especially the pretty ladies, right? The beautiful ladies. Because do you guys know what it means to be approached by men almost every single day from the time you turn 18, sometimes even before you turn 18, all the way, and you have constantly men approaching you because you're a beautiful woman? It can mess with your head. So for the first time, I'm gonna give some ladies I'm gonna cut them some slack. Honestly, it must be overwhelming because sometimes I think about it. I'm like, okay, Boogie, imagine women were approaching you every single day in your DMs, on social media, on Instagram, on dating apps, at work, in school. Imagine women are approaching every single day. It will be very hard for me to choose. Now, maybe I could clap all them cheeks, right? But it will be very hard for me to choose just one to settle down. So I understand where the pretty ladies are coming from. It's very hard to choose when you have all these constantly approaching you.
She gave them some pussy, and they, you know, stay with her till it was over. Now she's bitter. She got a kid.
How do you know all that? You are making so many assumptions.
Just told you.
You don't know all that.
Did you watch the video? Did you watch it or no? You watched it with your own opinion, or did you watch it?
You're projecting. She didn't say all of those things.
She did not say any of that.
She's tired of no good men. They can't step up and
That don't
She
mean
did say
all
that.
that stuff you just said doesn't mean any of that. You just made all that up.
She made herself
a whole backstory for this lady. She didn't say any of that.
She made herself a victim of her own doing. She's a victim of her own choices.
Fact. That's true.
If you rob a bank, you're gonna go to jail. If you pick a person that for his look, you know what? I don't hear a lot of ugly women talking like her. I don't.
They do.
I know a lot of ugly women with 3, 4 kids thinking they fly and all that. Where they at? Where the men at? You know what I'm saying? They not talking like her. She thought her looks and her makeup and all that was going to take her to the world. Now she's 35, is drying up.
I promise you, it's a lot of ugly women out here.
Need a cop band-aid.
There's somebody for everybody, Shampoo. You would know.
That's not true.
coming out of you, meaning you might need a band-aid.
I honestly don't believe that. The whole bullshit of there's somebody for everybody, I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe it not a chance. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, people wouldn't be single. People wouldn't die single. Clearly, there's not somebody for everybody. You get what you negotiate, you get what you deserve or what you work for. Whether relationships, whether it's work, anything in life, you have to work for it. But unfortunately, some people don't want to work, especially the ladies, especially the pretty ladies, because they get approached so much, they believe men should just come to them.
Say it loud. Say it with your chest now, because you know I'm coming for you. If you
This
say
is dry. This is dry. I got a abrasion.
No, but to touch on the whole society thing, I think it's a little bit on the feminists. Like the feminists, they kind of sold a bill of goods.
Oh yeah.
To it, and this is what we got.
That's true.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, they made promises. They're like, if you get a career, replace your family with a career, it's gonna be all good. But that I don't know.
No, but I think
Well, actually, no. If you think about it, the government actually, it was pushed, I think, because about it, the government profits more off of 2 people in a household, taxing 2 people in a household. So if you take the woman out of the household and the what is that, like the housewife position, and you put them out to work, you have more money coming out of the household. That's now that I think about it, like it's all about money. The money. It's like, what is the benefit of having the women in the home if we could just profit more out of, put them to work, just like we do.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that men should be concerned?
Yes.
No.
No.
I
do.
No.
No.
Why should men be concerned, big dog?
Because women wanted to be independent.
I think men should be concerned because ultimately we're supposed to take care of women.
They don't want to be taken care of.
For me personally, because I have sisters, I wouldn't want to see my sisters in this situation. But it's ultimately up to us because we have to start enforcing the family aspect. We can't rely on women to force the family aspect. We can't rely on somebody outside of our own lives to force the family aspect. I think if dudes really sat down and they start showing that when they're talking to a woman that family is the most important thing and start really pushing that besides having a good time, I think things will start getting back on the right track. Because people tend to
No. Men have been saying that. Where does this man live? Men have been saying that for decades. Family first, and women are like, no, career first. Men are like, I want to be a provider, women are like, no, I'm independent, don't need your money. Even if they do, you cannot force women to become traditional again. What they want is to get the traditional man, but the traditional man should provide and also let them be modern women. In other words, they want to be in a relationship but act single. You cannot force it. Even if tomorrow all men woke up and became providers and became traditional men, women, it doesn't mean that women are going to follow along. Clearly, they've not been following. I don't know where this guy is living, because clearly he's living in Delulu land.
Buy into plans if they think it's going to benefit them. Just coming back to this about her being tired of this and being tired of that. Women started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for them, and men, we started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for us. The plan for the women was, hey, you don't need them, so go out and do everything you want to do. Their plan was for only a small group of women who were trying to get to the top of something. And then once they got to the top, they were like, all right, everybody else fend for yourself. We don't really care if y'all get equality, if y'all don't have a man, because they already have a man at home. And then men, we bought into the concept at first of taking care of women. And then we were told not to take care of women, but
No,
we
women
want
say
50-50. Then men started buying.
No. Women say don't take care of us. Men didn't say it themselves. Men literally respond to what women say. Right? Men have two choices. Either they respond, or they don't. Right? And if you don't, guess what? No pussy for you. Unfortunately, that's the game. Right? So when women say, take us on dates, do this, do ABCD to date us, most men follow along. Now, if you can't manage the $500 dinner date like me, then you just gotta back out. But for the most part, women say something and then men do that, because you know what? Men love women. So whatever women want, men tend to do.
To the 50-50. And then next thing you know, we're here. But it ultimately came, I say that men should be concerned because they know that a man-led household is the strongest household.
They don't know that.
And once they figured out how to, a man-led household is the strongest household at the end of the day.
Used to be.
And once they figured out how to get in the man's psyche to make him feel that he was no longer needed or wanted, it all went to shambles. Just like back in the day with slavery. Once the slave masters realized that they can get the strongest man in the field and buck him and show everybody else that it wasn't worth trying to be big and bad. Once the other bigger men in the field got that and they got into their psyche, they were like, all right, well, we saw what happened to him. It don't want to happen to us. So I think men should be concerned because no revolution ever happens once somebody gives up. And once one person gives up.
What should we do about it? If we should be concerned, what should we do about it?
Go ahead, Mark.
It's gonna take older men.
What?
Take them to do what?
To do what?
It's gonna take. Honestly, I'm a big proponent of mentorship.
How am I a simp? How am I a simp? Because I said a woman looks good because I'm cutting the lady some slack. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. Hopefully there's a part 2 to that video. But the truth is, women decided they don't want men to help them anymore. They do, but they say they don't. So guess what? Men have to listen. You cannot forcefully pay a woman's bills. You cannot forcefully tell a woman to cook. Those days are long gone, right? Because she can just say, I'll just order my own food. I don't need you. You know what I mean? So those days are gone. But shout out to you guys who are watching. Like the video, guys. I have other videos to go through. You see, guys, you see what I told you guys? Every time I say a woman looks good, people call me a simp. You see what I told you? Like I can't win. I can't be nice. Miss Miriam said I'm such a nice guy. I am a nice guy. That is the truth. I think the best thing most guys should really do is accept who you are. I accept I'm a nice guy. Now, I don't finish last anymore, but I'm a nice guy regardless. All right. So anyway, let's go to the next video. All right. Okay. Give me one second. So other people can come. What are you guys? What's going on with the chat? Why are you guys? Who's stupid? Teams, what's going on? Who's stupid? I'm stupid. What did I do? You can't call someone stupid without explaining. Teams, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? All right, let me get the next video going. What did I do? Teams, I'm waiting. What did I do? I need you to explain yourself. I'm just waiting on Teams so I can play the video. I'm waiting for Teams to explain why I'm stupid. How am I stupid? Team says I'm stupid. Just a regular guy says I'm a simp. I don't know. You guys are coming for me today. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm a nice guy. All right, let's go.
Man, play came to your feelings because they see you as the prize. You just a woman. I'll let you go now.
You're not gonna
So-
like what I have to say, but go ahead.
So most men, when they want a woman, they gonna tell women what they want to hear. Since I don't want you like that, I ain't come on here to date. I came up here to speak how I truly feel. Man, come on, Bruce, stop that. I came up here to speak what I truly feel about the conversation. And I think you are used to men. I think you are used to these men playing K to you to get under your panties. That you not getting no honest conversation. So I didn't come up here to tell you what you want to hear. Secondly, you are a woman. These men do you. Man, that's so disrespectful, dog. When somebody talking to dude, that's disrespectful. You won't like nobody doing that to you.
Who you think doing
that? If you, right now, so you used to men playing K to your feelings and saying what you want to hear, right? So this is the reason why. Oh yeah, they put you on a pedestal before you even get to know you, right? You already said that you're a fuck Future, right? As long as he can stimulate your mind. So these men need to reevaluate why they just put women on a pedestal without getting to really know them. I came up here and managed you to give us that information, right? Because before I came up here, you would have never supposed that you would fuck a thug, fuck a multiple baby daddy that's not even take care of his kids. As long as you know how many women. No, I'm not in my feelings. I'm not in my feelings. You know how many women I have done the same thing.
No, I don't want it.
I came here.
I do not
Your
want
comprehension
women. You know how many women I have done the same thing to. So I might get you, but I might get your cousin, right?
Okay, so
now you're gonna pause. You just said a lot of things. Now,
hold on, man. Let me just say that. I'm gonna be quick, man. I'm gonna let you get it back.
Sir.
How you gonna attack her for busting it open for Future, who pretty much gonna leave her with a generous tip, and then out of the same breath, you gonna say you participate in the same shenanigans?
No, what I'm saying is a lot of not only is used to y'all men putting her on a fake pedestal that she didn't even earn.
Let me tell you the type of men I surround myself with. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
bro.
the type of men that I surround myself with.
Tell us.
Do you even realize the type of woman that I
Future.
am? And no, the type of woman that I am and how I move. I actually surround myself with men like Darwin who will tell me shit that I don't like, who actually, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm a single mom because I'm divorced. All my kids are from my ex-husband, and he actually has his own perception of the value that I have toward in society right now. But I still agree with him. I actually agree with submission that's contrary to what most women believe.
No. I've seen you before, Miss Naomi. You only agree with conditional submission. You want to submit on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then on Thursday you want to be a city girl. On Friday you just want to be out here in the streets doing your own thing. She wants to submit on certain times when something benefits her. She's lying.
But why did you get divorced?
I'm not asking you to speak right now. You're going to wait. Now,
Okay.
The type of man that I also surround myself with is a man like True. True moves in a completely different way, similar to Darwin. So these are the type of men that I surround myself with who have JR.
But you don't have that man right now because you said you're divorced and you're a single mom. If you surround yourself with these types of men, you would have one, but clearly you don't. That doesn't make sense.
Been around real dope that much. But the fact of the matter is, I surround myself with men who will say, hey, you know what, Naomi, sis, actually, that's not right. And da 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 da. And I'll be like, you know what? You're right. Even though I don't like it, I will accept it and I will move or remove or adjust accordingly. You want to know why? Because these are the type of men that I will only submit to. You have to be of a certain caliber to teach me anything. The example that I gave earlier today, I was being 100% honest. You know what? In that moment, I probably would, but I'd have to be able to be around him for stimulating conversation. You're upset and in your feelings about the fact that you're the man that qualifies for that. You contradict yourself consistently. You don't know how to have a decent conversation. You interrupt, which means you lack interpersonal communication skills. Not to mention that when you do finally speak, you end up taking it back to what's wrong with me, why I didn't get this, and excuse behind excuse behind excuse on why you're not the man that a woman hasn't picked or chosen. And I
have never given.
I think that you even realize that that's what you're doing in the conversation. Not to mention the example that you use, you contradict yourself with the example you tried to put on everyone else. And you have this perception that a woman who makes more money will not submit to a man who makes less. Let me tell you.
Most times, a woman who makes more money will not submit to a man who makes less. Yes. And there are statistics that show that when a woman who's married starts to make more money than the husband, usually the divorce follows. Those are statistics. So in general, a woman who makes more usually doesn't want a man who makes less. Why are people acting like as if this is rocket science? That's women say it every single day. And I'm sure in her life, whatever money she makes, there's plenty of men who make less than her, but clearly she's not dating one of those guys who make less money than her.
He do exist because there are women there are lots of women. Now we view submission differently, but ultimately in order for you to gain submission from us, submission is a gift that a woman gives. It is a gift of the mindset and the heart. Majority of the time, you're not putting
submission is not a gift. You're either a submissive woman or you're not. It's not a gift. Like you don't thank me by being submissive. The same way a man should just be a natural provider. It shouldn't be he's providing for you because he's doing you a favor. No, he's either provider, he's either a masculine man, he's either leader or he's not. It's not a gift. I don't see. That's why I say she picks and chooses when she wants to be submissive, when she wants to be feminine. And it's not even just her. So many women do that. Oh, I'll submit when you do this. Oh, I'll submit on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, when I want to go out, you can't tell me what to do. Oh, you can't tell me if I should cook or not. That condition of submissiveness and femininity. It's not what do you mean it's a gift? You're either a submissive woman or you're not.
The work to receive it. It takes trust and consistency.
Right.
And
so can I respond now?
I'm not finished. Now there is a submission from marriage, and then there's a submission from a regular relationship. No. But submission is still a gift that a woman has to give. It sounds to me like you want to demand submission without the responsibility of what comes along with it and the duty of being a man. You desire control, and you hear that in your conversation when you interrupt me, when you interrupt the men, when you interrupt everyone else. You interject it consistently. That tells me that my femininity is not safe with you. And I can I can be one of the softest women. I love being a woman. I love being able to boast in my femininity, but I have to now, to have a conversation with you, I have to not be feminine. I have to be just as aggressive as you are in order for me to just get a point out. And no, I won't bust it open for you. And that's why I won't bust it open for future. I can guarantee you that. It's not.
And anyway, she literally said she's such a feminine woman. Like, it's not on and off switch. Ladies, it's just, imagine I went on a date with a woman and I told her, I'll pay for the date if you make me feel like a masculine woman, if you put me in my masculinity. You see how dumb and stupid that sounds? Because that means my masculinity is conditional. But for some reason, women can walk around and talk about, I need a man to put me in my feminine. Right? I can't be a feminine around you. No, it's either you're a feminine woman or you're not, or you're faking it. So to me, honestly, obviously, I don't know Naomi, but from the way she's talking, she could be the type of woman who's going to act submissive and feminine before you get married. And then once you get married, then her true colors are going to come out because you already signed the papers. Because she knows if you try to divorce her, alimony, child support, and name it, take half the house and things like that.
Oh, she been talking at me. Let me respond to that.
You do 45
So
seconds?
it real quick. I'm just gonna be real smooth. So it sounds like her femininity is conditional, y'all.
Yes,
That's
yes.
one. Secondly, right? I was making a general point to the topic. I did not get personal with Pacific, me or nobody else on the platform. That's second. Third, when you talking like this, ma'am, you divorced that guy that's like true Darwin, because you no longer with him. So somehow he went along with the divorce. So you might show your true colors that you probably cheated on him with a future, a guy like me. So all I'm saying is in conversation, hold on, I didn't interrupt you. I want this one thing to talk on the platform. It's another thing. It's another thing to be in real time. And I'm very confident enough to know that
I don't care.
Ma'am, you're not that woman like you think you are.
Yeah, she's portraying.
Your divorce record, you's a baby mama now. That comes from it sounds like you was not being submissive to your husband, the true table, the Darwin, and woo out the bam, right? So now
what's up, Eva
this
80?
qualification that you used to be when you was covered under your husband, that have decreased dramatically because now you are a baby mama of kids, right? You that means your divorce is almost like if I was a boss, your resume shows that you have a problem with submissions. You have a problem with submission. You have a problem with obeying your husband. And on this platform, you so opinionated. You like to be boisterous. You like to be you like to talk back or woo out the bam. So most of these men, if they didn't think with their dick and not want to screw you, and they really just listen to you and peep game, they will recognize that just by you saying that you're a fuck future, you won't be qualified for no man like that. So you have to come home to us pookies. And all I'm going to do is have sex with you till I get tired. And then until you get off me, till my dick get back hard. That's your worth value.
Oh my God. I didn't know he was going to go crazy nuclear bomb style shit. Oh my God.
At this point, I hate to tell you the truth, but that's what it is.
We got Ali back. We got Ali back. We gotta move on.
One thing for
No,
one.
you gotta let her
All
respond
my
to that.
children. All my
Please let Ali
children
get in
were
there.
in-
I really want Ali to change the conversation. Please, God.
Y'all gotta let her respond.
Naomi
to
just
that.
went for 4 minutes before Jay just went. I think they both kind of like got their shit off, and they both came at each other. I think we can,
Because Naomi, he is not worth the response. He
I'm
talked
not
about
worth
his
it.
salad. I almost threw up. Please don't let him say dick again.
I'm Mr. Wrong. I'm Mr. Wrong.
So I'm just gonna say this. For one, I am not a baby mama because all of my children were from my marriage. That is not a baby
That you
mama.
no longer have.
You're divorced. You're a baby mama. If you're not married to your man, or at least living with him, you're a single mom. If you have split custody, the father is not living in the house, you're a single mom, you're a baby mama, whatever you want to call it, but you're not married, you're not a wife. So that's it.
That is not a baby mama. I was married.
The next man get with you, you will be a baby mama. Those are not his kids. It won't be true table kids. It won't be Darwin kids. They will be step dummies in your house. You are a baby mama now.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't
no longer married to your husband.
Step dummies. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't call children step dummies because now
Well,
you make
no, the men step dummies.
real low.
You talking about the step
No, I'm calling the
about the
men
man.
that will get with you to take care of your husband kids. They will be classified as a step dummy. I'm sorry, ma'am. In order to get your value back, you need to go back home to your kid's father.
Whenever you're
Until
done,
you do
we
that,
can
you
have
will
Ali
be for the
talk, because
streets.
now you're just irritating.
Ali, is your
All right, so this is a chance for the people who are calling me a simp, right? I'm gonna say this: even if Naomi is a single mom, right, she's still a good-looking woman. So most men are going. That is the truth. I don't care if she has 10 kids. I don't care if she has 1,000 kids. Most men would be okay going with her rather than with a less good-looking woman, right? Now the issue could be with her condition of femininity, condition of submissiveness, and maybe she doesn't listen to men, or maybe her standards are too high. Maybe that's why she hasn't been able to find another man or get married again. But with the way she looks, she could find a man today if she wanted to.
So you will be for the streets at this point until you get back with your husband or your children.
okay? So what? Let me say something.
Here we go.
And I really
Switch it up for us, Bo.
now, what I will say is, because I will not, I do not have energy for people who are not well groomed. Now, what I will say is that if a woman you all say that a woman's submission and femininity is conditional. Unfortunately, not for us, you all don't deserve. And we are allowed to flow in and out as needed, because
conditional
trying to rest in femininity and trying to submit to someone who is egregious, unbathed, and someone who does not have decorum or respect for that woman does not have to rest there. Actually, it would be safer for her not to be there. So it is not conditional. It is a form of protection for herself. Just because you cannot get it does
And no
not
respect
mean
for us
that
men.
I don't know why the fuck you're doing that, because what you said to her is that you did not interrupt.
Damn, Bo. Her masculine energy is coming out. She just literally said 2 seconds ago that women can be they can choose to be in and out of their femininity. So I'm guessing she's now in her masculine energy. She's not being feminine anymore. Which I'm not surprised.
When you did. Now, what you will not do is interrupt me, because I am
interjection. Do men deserve respect? All men deserve respect.
No, while I am talking, see, I respected you, and then you keep interrupting me. So now I am going to pay you the same respect that you paid me, which is none. So I need you to shut them soup coolers up until I finish, and then Ilkin is going to speak, because Ali has been trying to speak for a very long time. Now, our conditional submission is coming in here. Shut your unbathed ass up. Okay? I listen, I don't know. That phone got to be melting over there. Now, if you want me to go there, I will.
Ain't no respect for us men. So we gotta respect all women. But
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't live with Ball. She's right. He's cutting her off. She didn't cut it off when he was talking. She's right, but regardless, I don't like the energy. Like it just doesn't look good when a woman does it. I'm sorry.
Men, respect is conditional. That's why I think.
Check your unbathed ass, and I will tell you to brush your goddamn teeth, because what you speaking
is better than men. We gotta treat women more special than we treat men ourselves.
Just because you
gotta teach you better than
from a woman does not mean anything whether she makes more or less than you, because I can guarantee you a woman making $7.25 an hour still would not submit to you, because you are not worthy of submission. You are not worthy of femininity. Okay? Now, I'll be done, because I'll talk for a long time just to get on your nerves. But Ali, welcome. Hey, how are you? Please speak. It ain't even working again. Damn, Ali.
Oh my God. This, you know what? The only thing she was right about was the fact that when he was talking, she didn't cut him off. But when she was talking, cut her off. But anything else, condition of femininity, submissiveness, she's wrong. The same way Naomi was wrong. He did cook Naomi, though. but she cooked him. So so he won against Naomi, she won against him, but not from the logical point of view, more just the fact that he was cutting off. Anyway, so first of all, I want to show some love to Miss Mariam for the $2 super chat. Thank you. All right, let me get the next video. That was crazy. That was funny. Let me get the next video real quick. Guys, like the video, Thank you guys for being here with me on this nice Friday. I usually don't stream on Fridays, but I had some time, so I was like, why not? Let's do it, right? So let's go to this high value man. And he's going to talk about what he likes in women. And then don't date corporate independent boss women. All right, so give me 1 second. All right, let's go to the next. All right, let's go. Here we go. Give me 1 second. All right, what are you guys talking about in the chat? Let me see. I was seeing some chats. Evil Eddie is in the building. Shout out Evil Eddie. I saw just a regular guy was going off on me, but I couldn't. I was focused on the video, so I couldn't really respond. And then Teams was also going off on me. You all call me a simp. Hey, listen, if a woman looks good, she looks good. I may disagree with everything with the way she thinks, and I've said that like a million times. But just because I disagree with a woman, that doesn't make her ugly. If she's good looking, she's good looking. That's it. Like, if that makes me a simp, I'm gonna be a simp till the day I die. Okay. So let's go to the next video.
I deal with. So being a man, I'm a corporate type of guy. So I'm a technical architect. I tend to be busier than most people. And when I'm not busy, I'm working out or something like that. So I tend to find women who they might be interested in who I am, but they don't understand how busy that I can get and be okay with that. So people tell me to date more professional, classy type of women. Then when I date these women, they tend to want to compete with me. And I want a more traditional type of role. Like, I want to provide. I bust my ass. I don't need financial help. I want to be in a specific type of role.
So you're saying the corporate girls want to compete with you?
If they seem to want to compete,
they always do.
And I don't want to compete with them.
What do you mean compete? Like, they want to make more money than you? What do you mean by that?
They want to. It seems like whatever I'm doing, they just, and I'm not sure if you see some of the conversations that some of them have, but a lot of times it's like, wherever, I want a man to put me where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to compete with you. Like, it's almost about like, oh, you make this kind of money, I want to make that. And I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to compete with you for time. I don't want to compete with, like, I just want to be in my role, and I want somebody to balance me. But if I'm just competing, I could do that with my friends.
Okay, so why not date like why not date someone who's not like a boss babe or a boss kind of chick, or someone? Why not date a woman who's not ambitious? Why not date like a good church going girl? She's in her feminine energy. She has a job. She does well for herself, and she's looking for a provider man like yourself.
They all have the same mindset, honestly. That what she's talking about used to be true 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, where the church girl, the woman who doesn't make that much money, who's not corporate, has a different mindset from the corporate girls, but they're all friends. Remember, they go to college, they all go to the same colleges, right? So they're usually friends, they're usually in the same circles. The only difference is one may get a better job, a better paying job than the one who doesn't, right? But the church girls all have the same mindset. They don't want to submit to a man. They want to compete with a man. They all believe they're independent. That's why most men don't go to churches anymore, because the churches are full of feminists.
Right. That could be.
It could be. Why not that?
It could be. I mean, it was mainly just a question. I don't actually need like a crazy amount of assistance with dating or anything like that. honestly, I was trying to think of a question out of my ass because I just wanted to come on here because I promised the chat that I was going to come on here.
Yeah, you were big talking in the comment section, and you're quiet now.
Yeah, I promise y'all, I'm not a bad guy. I'm just an honest guy, and I feel like a lot of women ask for men who are in my position. They say, "Hey, we want to meet a guy like this," and then I'm in the chat, so I'm thinking I'm one of these guys in the corporate world who makes a certain kind of money that a lot of women would say they would like to meet. So I figured, why not me give my opinion in the chat as one of these guys? Because you give great advice on your end. So I felt like, why can't I just be one of the guys that people don't hear from? I don't have a big platform. People don't usually listen to me when I speak because I'm just a guy working, going to the gym every day. So that's why I go in the chat, and I be one of the keyboard warriors. So, you know, I apologize. I didn't want to upset y'all.
But let me also ask you this too before you leave. And let me say two things. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yeah, I consent to you.
Okay. And what do you think the ladies need to hear that they don't hear often enough from men like yourself, as you said?
They hear, but they don't listen. That's the difference. And they don't care to make a change from what men say. They just want men to accept them the way they are.
I would say when it comes to approaching, I got a lot of women believe that if they say anything nice to a guy or let him know that she's in his vicinity, that's her doing too much. I don't think that's the case. I think it's more than okay.
I agree.
To at least let me know that you exist and then let me do the rest of the work after that. So what I hear often is a lot of women would say, what I would say is just don't give me your number before I ask for it. Don't invite me out to a date if I didn't ask for it. But there's nothing wrong with you saying, excuse me, I noticed you. I just want to say you look good today, you know? And if I want you, I'm not going to let you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that don't mean you did too much. I'm not going to let you go if I actually want to talk to you. So I think that's what I would say. Especially if you're approaching a man who might get hit on by other women. But most of the time, I can tell you from my experience, when women speak to me, it's usually nothing. They don't say much, but like a hi, or like, especially if it's in a DM, it's just hello. It's nothing really like actual, like, there's no weight to it. And the same is like in person.
I was assuming a man of your caliber goes after the woman that he wants. He doesn't wait for her to approach.
Yeah, but he may not see her. He may be in the gym working out. He may be busy out working. He doesn't see all the women he wants. So if a woman sees a man that she wants, she can literally just say, hey, how's your day going? I like your suit. That's it. A man and if the man sees her, and then, because most women don't do, first of all, if a woman just approaches a man and just says, how's your day going, just randomly, most men don't get that. Most women don't do that. Just by that alone, the woman stands out. Just by doing that alone. So the man can take it from there. Women don't want to do that. They think that's chasing a man. I'll never chase a man. Yeah.
She don't have to approach. That was just something I wanted to say for women who may want to. I don't mind approaching. I would say for me, if she looks like you, like if she's a beautiful woman who you could tell she cares about her appearance, you could tell when she walks, like you feel it. You know that you are going to have to approach respectfully. Those are the type of women that I would hit on, like, because I take care of myself. Like everything I do, I want to win. Like I grind. So if I'm going to talk to a woman, I want a woman I can bring to my to the office party. I actually want to bring you to travel with me when I go to certain places. But if you don't look like that kind of woman, like I'm not going to approach you.
Okay.
I won't even see you. But I say somebody like Ashley for sure. Like you look like the type of woman that like I may actually notice. Like, all right, there's something about her. Like she looks like somebody you gotta really be who you are. Come genuine, and that to me that sounds good.
And let me also ask you this: to the ladies who say, "Well, we want a man who's a provider," what do you say to that? To the ladies who want someone who takes care of them, who's going to show up and do all of the things. What's your mindset around that?
Why shouldn't he? I don't have an opinion about it. It makes sense to me.
Okay.
I think most men, especially the men who have the money, don't have an issue providing because it just comes naturally for men, right? Because usually when a man makes money, what does he want to do? To spend it on other people. And usually he sees women and the kids and his family members here and there, right? It's the women who make money and they're like, oh, I have money now. I don't need a man. I'm independent of men, right? It's usually independent from men, right? So Most men don't have an issue providing. In my opinion, they have an issue providing for a woman who brings nothing in return. Otherwise, men would just be providing for every woman. But women have the expectation the man should provide, but they don't want the man to have any expectation of them. They usually have a long list of what a man should do. They never have a list of what they should do for a man. Even cooking, they get offended just to, when a man says, I want a woman who cooks, women get offended, just that alone.
No. Well, thank you for coming out.
All right, no, yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out. We're mixing it up. Mhm. Come on up, Mr. High Value Men. Hi, welcome in.
Oh my goodness, I can't figure out how to turn the oh, okay, it's that turn on.
Welcome in, so how are you?
I'm finding you.
Good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Sure.
Okay, what brings you up?
I'm sorry. Am I still there? Okay. Am I still in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I don't even know what to ask. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'm on the toilet, but I'm not using it. I'm just in the bathroom because my baby's asleep. So yeah, I had to be somewhere quiet away from him. So I'm in my bathroom. Thank you.
Okay. So
but
I don't know. I know you got a question.
Yes. Well, I'm just, I don't know if you're into astrology or whatnot, but I believe in astrology, and right
That's
now,
crazy.
I know we're going through eclipse season, and I was with a guy for 5 years. He is the father of my son, and I'm 36. I have 2 older ones. I have a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. And I just basically wanted to know, I know that I have to have some time to heal, but I do want to be married. I do want, I know a lot of people I just want to, figure things out and be independent. And I was independent before I met him for 10 years, because after I left their dad, I just got out of the dating game. But I wanted to know if I wanted to get back in the dating game, would it be too soon if I waited a month? Because what do you think about that? Because I know some people no, you need a lot more time, but we aren't on bad terms. We just decided things weren't working, and we're still good, but I just want to move on, but I didn't know if a month would be.
So she wants to get married. She just broke up with her baby daddy after 5 years, and she's thinking about astrology. Ladies, you're thinking about astrology. You're using astrology to determine your relationships, to determine who you're going to get married to determine what kind of. Clearly, you used astrology before, and it led you to become a single mom. Maybe it's time to change and use something different, use something more logical, something more pragmatic, right? Because these are the ladies you go on a date with, and then she's going to ask you, what's your sign? And then you say whatever sign you say, and then she's like, yeah, I know that type. That type does ABCD. And then you tell her, actually, I'm lying. That's not my birthday. And then she gets mad. Oh, she's going to be the type to say, oh, I don't date Capricorns. It's like, what do you mean? How about you judge somebody from their actions, not from some astrology BS?
Too short to do that?
No, not for a man.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
I know. And I'm not talking about zodiac signs, guys. When I say astrology, I'm the type that I like, I look at how the moon is and things like that. I'm not saying, oh, if he's a Virgo or, I'm not that type of girl. I'm not saying, oh, he's a Virgo, Leo, nothing like that. I just I follow that as I follow my life, and it has definitely worked out for me in ways. And that's how I knew when we decided to quit, during this eclipse season, that it was something good. It wasn't like, oh, this has to be,
Oh my God. Did she just say she followed zodiac signs to know when to break up with her baby daddy and become a single mom. Oh my God. Guys, we are cooked. This is a type of woman you're going to get married to, and then at some point she's going to use zodiac signs to divorce you. I'm telling you. She's not going to rely on logic. She's not going to rely on reasoning, right? On common sense. She's going to rely on some zodiac sign that said it's the eclipse season and let me break up with my husband. How am I supposed to trust somebody like this?
Terrible thing, but that's just me. You know, a lot of people in the comments are like, the moon. If you follow the moon, you follow that. No, not tarot cards, not so much.
She broke up with her baby daddy because of the moon.
Yes, I think if you feel like everything, like, you know what, I'm fine, I'm ready to move on, I don't have hard feelings, then I say go for it.
Yeah.
You know, I say go for it if you're ready.
Right.
And you really gotta let him go, because you just said, oh, we're good. We didn't end it badly. So it sounds like you guys still talk a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We're good. We are great. Like no problems at all. Like that's my best friend still. But we just decided as a relationship that just wasn't something that we needed. So we just decided.
Okay, he moved out. He moved on.
Mm-hmm. He's out. He's out of the home. Mm-hmm.
So her baby daddy is her best friend. She just broke up with this man, and she literally just said the baby daddy is her best friend. So guess what? How am I supposed to come in and start dating this woman, which of course I'm going to become the stepfather, and then I'm supposed to be okay with her because she's still best friends with a baby daddy, but there's nothing going on, and I'm supposed to trust that while also trying to be the stepfather for our kid or kids? Like, do they think about these things when they say them, or well, maybe she doesn't think about it because she literally just says she believes in zodiac signs and she broke up with a man because of zodiac signs. So the zodiac signs couldn't tell her that maybe being best friends with your baby daddy isn't something the next man is going to want to be involved with. Like, I would think zodiac signs would say something about that because it's common sense, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think it's just, you know, I don't know. I just think it's time to cut it. Like, yeah, so you could really move on. So you could really be motivated. Because if you still got someone to talk to, that's not gonna motivate you to really get out, move on. Like it's time to just cut it. It didn't work out. I'll talk to you when I talk to you, brother.
Right. Yeah, because I will have to establish that boundary because we do still communicate, but it's not on the level of like sexual or anything like that. It's just, you know, we have a son and he's 3 and we have to communicate in a way. So yeah.
Okay, well, if it's not about baby boy, then we don't really need to talk.
Right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
That's it.
Well, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
And honestly, I don't have an issue with her talking with her baby daddy, keeping in contact because it's good for the kid, especially since they have a boy. So the boy is really going to need the father, especially since the father is not going to be in the house anymore. I don't have an issue with that. The issue I have is the fact that she expects the next man to come and be okay with it, because it's not going to work. Let's just be honest. Unless the man is a sucker. Now, if the man just wants to clap them cheeks, he'll be okay with her having the baby daddy as the bestie or the best friend, but it's never going to work. Yeah, Reno Gibson is right. He owns her. He still does. He probably still claps them cheeks, if we're going to be honest. All right, let me get the next video real quick. Okay, let's get cooking. Hope you guys are doing well on this nice Friday. Thank you guys for being here, because I know it's Friday. You would rather be doing something else, but you're here with me, so I appreciate that. So let's go.
When women do not want these guys. Do they exist? Yes. But you want a guy that's assertive. You want a guy that has a little bit of asshole in them. You want a guy that is able to say, this is what I know to be true, and I'm standing on business, regardless of what you think or regardless of what you say. That's the type of dude that you want, right? However, when you describe, what Ill is trying to tell you is that a man doesn't want to go home and have to compete with his woman, okay, and butt heads with his woman. And submissiveness simply means that you are taking off your crown, laying your crown down, and you're saying, you know what, I honor what it is that your position is as it relates to being over me, right? And then on the other side of the man, he is being respectful. And the word that I can't remember her name, the lady in the middle, Kiana said, was that he is cherishing and valuing her disposition and honoring him. It works together. If he was a passive dude, he would be less likely to want to be submissive to him. So yes, as we stated before, there are these anomalies, but in overall, women want men to lead them. Otherwise, what is the point?
I feel like, and let's be real, when you see like a woman who's very high up on the corporate ladder, you know her, unless the husband is the owner of the company or very high up on the ladder, she tends to be the head of the household. She controls him and everything in that house because it's hard for them to compete when I'm not saying that you necessarily at a high level of business are going to automatically be masculine, but to compete in the corporate world, you're going to need a lot of masculine qualities to survive, because we discuss the patriarchy and say, well, the patriarchy controls everything. So that means you have to step foot in a patriarchal system and thrive, which means you have to be able to play that game along with them, which is going to require you to have highly masculine traits to get along.
And it might just turn off the men who you want to date. You can't have it all. That's all I'm saying. You can't have it all. You can be the top of the corporate ladder, but you're probably not going to get a man that really mess with you like that. The man that you want.
They want it all, though. That's the problem. They want it all. They want to be the CEOs at work, and then they think they're also going to be the best wives at home, and then they think they can be masculine at work, and then as soon as they get into the house, they press the switch off the masculinity, and then they step into their femininity, and then on top of that, they want a rich man, but also the rich man shouldn't expect them to cook. They want it all, but for some reason they don't understand you can't have it all. The same way a man cannot have a beautiful woman who's submissive, who cooks, who doesn't talk back, who does everything. No one is perfect, but for some reason these ladies want it all.
Have it all, man.
That's acting like compartmentalization is not possible.
I mean, you could use any word you want. It don't happen. Period.
It's not
going to happen.
I said
those women are not. Nobody wants those women.
No, I said compartmentalization. I said one word.
I'm just saying, women. No one. Whatever word you choose, nobody wants those women.
Hold on, y'all. We got to do one mic.
Nobody wants those women.
I like
You
that
said
word.
nobody wants those women, but
No, they don't.
because you know who want those women? White men. Those
see, exactly. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
I can tell you, everybody that's an executive that's black that I know, their husbands are white.
You're right, but that don't mean that's what they want.
Down with
y'all love you. Go ahead, True. I'm gonna come back to that. Go ahead, True.
Peace, Eddie.
You was cooking, bro.
My thing is this. I'm so glad you said that, because like I said earlier, y'all love to use the YT man when it's convenient for you. Don't bring him up when it's convenient to make an argument just to be right. Who cares what an old wrinkly YT man wants? Like, no one wants that either. So the fact that you're bragging that, hey, I can be independent because I'm gonna get an old wrinkly YT man to validate that, you making our point. Nobody want him either. So that's what you gotta settle for. Money, listen, sweetheart, listen. I mean, stop. None of y'all want that. None of y'all want that. Y'all don't want that man. Stop it.
They don't.
Y'all don't want no old white man. Y'all don't want that.
Hold on. Hold on.
So exactly, you just want to be right. That's the tit for tat shit. I'm just gonna be right, but it's not what you want. Why brag about something that you don't want? That's like me saying, hey, I can get me a big 400-pound girl. She'll love me. Nobody wants that.
That's true. And in fact, if all these independent boss bitches, if they all wanted white men, how come we're not seeing the weddings? We see every now and then here, every now and then, but most independent boss bitches, That's what they call themselves. I don't say, they call themselves boss ass bitches. That's what they call themselves, right? So if they all really wanted a white man, the white man still has to approach them. But clearly, white men are not approaching black women in millions. So who are they going to get? They're going to have to come back to Boogie.
It's just something to say to win an argument, but nobody wants that.
Let's go to keep the conversation moving. Pretty true. Bo, do you have your hand up in the back?
Yeah, she did. Go ahead, Bo.
Okay.
Here we go.
So when I hear these conversations being had about women who climb up the corporate ladder, or women who have all of this power and influence or whatever, not being wanted by a man, you all act like there are not women who exist. One, that can, because Pretty said it, and I don't think that y'all just glossed over it and was like, don't nobody want that. Compartmentalization. You can be that woman in that space and go to another space
and switch it off
and act like something else, because people are capable of doing stuff like that. You do not have to be this boss babe in every space you go. You are not the same.
But most women are. They can't just switch it off, right? Because remember, they grow up like that. So now that because they found a man, they're just going to instantly switch off being a boss babe. If that's the mentality they've been fed the entire time they've been on this earth. No.
Man in every space you go. So why is it that you put that jacket on us? Why is it that you put the jacket on us that we are that person in and outside of the boardroom? Number two, there are a lot of boss babes that y'all like to call them that are very bossy, that are very dominant.
They call
and there are men out there for them.
No.
It works. There are people that do make that work. There are women that do want men like that because that dynamic works.
How many?
So if it does,
let's look at the history. How many times have boss babes been married long term? How many? Let's look at the statistics. And usually, how long do they stay together? You know what I mean? Okay, does it happen every now and then? Sure. But how often do boss babes get married to a man and they stay together long term, especially to a man who makes less money, especially to a man who's not that masculine, a man who is lower than them? How long do they stay together?
It does. You can't just say don't nobody want you just because you don't. You can't handle a woman like that, and that is okay because you don't want that. You can't handle it because you don't want it, and that's fine.
Majority.
But to write women off like that, as if they are devalued because they're ambitious, is really wild to me. I really want y'all to open up these boxes. You all box things up and you all have four corners for people to be in. And I want you all to open up those boxes and let people just be who they are and stop putting them in this confined space. Like women who make a lot of money, have a lot of power, that are very dominant in the workforce have got to be their way in every other part of their life. That's just not true.
Do women put men in boxes of being 6 feet? Do women put men in boxes of being bald? Do women put men in boxes of being rich, of making 6 figures? Do women put men in boxes of having a degree? But if you have a trade, that's not a good thing. You should have a degree, right? Do women put men in boxes of being a provider 100%, not being 80-20, not being 50-50? Do women put men in boxes when it comes to their preferences? Let me guess. That's a yes. So guess what? Men are going to put women in boxes too. So when it comes to men having preferences of which type of woman they want, she wants men to not be, to be open-minded and to let every woman in. But when women have preferences, they box men in. And remember, some of the boxes women put men in, they can't move. I'm never going to be 6 feet. In fact, as we get older, we get shorter. You know what I mean? So until women can be open-minded about preferences they have in men, until then, men are also going to put them in boxes.
The Bo, we're not saying that. Kiana just explained it.
No,
It's
but at
not
the
that
same
it's true.
time,
He turned to the side.
It's
at the
not that
same
it's true. It's just that that's what tends to happen. I believe you, Bo. I think I'm sorry, Drew, I'm gonna let you go. I think humans can do a million things. We are multifaceted creatures. You can be a doctor today, you could be an artist. Like, we've proven that we can do mad stuff. People got a lot of different talents. I'm talking about tendency and likelihood.
but I didn't say
Is
that
it
they're not going
possible
to get
that a woman
married.
can wear these multiple hats? Absolutely. But what we see in society most of the time what we see is women who are in these fields, like Kiana eloquently stated, it's kind of they take on a lot of masculine energy doing
Okay, but
these
that
jobs.
doesn't mean they can't get
I
married.
didn't
My
say
point
I
by
didn't
that,
say they can't. If I said I can't, I'll take that back. They can. I'm talking about what's likely to happen and what do we likely see. Most women, I don't see this. They can do it. I just don't see it happen often. Most women who have these strong careers, oftentimes it doesn't lead to being with they end up with the passive guy. I don't often see them with a man that's very dominant like them. They're with somebody that they're either controlling or they're by themselves. Does that mean that they can't find a man like that? No, it don't mean that. I'm just saying that that's what we often see. I don't see women who can turn that off and just become this soft woman. Not saying it's impossible. I just don't see it happen all the
Probability
time.
is low. They don't get
especially if that encompasses like your whole identity to a degree. I mean, if you're very career driven and that's been the center of your life for
That's
so
what I say.
long,
Yeah.
you're going to have a tendency to function in that manner, regardless of whether you think you're switching off and not doing it. It's going to leak over into other aspects of your life.
That's what I say. Like, if a woman has been programmed her entire life to be independent, to don't need a man, to switch to chase a career, not care about men, not care about family, not care about having kids, not care about cooking for a man, not care about being feminine, not care about being submissive, right? When she meets the dream man, she's not going to instantly become those things. It takes time. Their habits. If she didn't grow that, if she didn't water the habit of being a submissive woman, a feminine woman, it's not an on and off switch. It's not that easy. I don't know why they don't get it. Well, maybe they do, they just don't care to listen. But shout out to Lapif. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the video. I promised you guys. This is different. It's not really dating, but it was funny when I watched it, so I thought we should do it. So give me 1 second. Let me load it up. Right. I just thought it was funny. It was one man fighting 5 women. All right. Let's see. One man fighting 5 women. Because, you know, these days, what a man can do, women can do. So, we're going to have one man fighting 5 women. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I don't know what was wrong with my internet. All right, let's go. Alrighty, I think we're good. Is that real?
Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen here. I have pretty much zero experience. We'll call it zero. I've been in 2 very quick amateur fights, and some of these ladies have experience. So I'm gonna just try to survive.
Gonna fight 5 women.
I'll go a bit berserk and see if my tactic works. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. She's laughing. She knows it's not gonna. Hey, you never know. I could connect with a nice one. Oh, fudge. Oh, how did I end up here? How did I end up here?
Hi, I'm the Goddess 9, fighting out of Puyallup. My name is Jay from Tacoma. Princess 35 out of Seattle.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
Shout out to my Reed family and shout out to my G59 family.
Yamajova. Oh, good day. It's Izzy from Australia, representing everyone, including the people all the way from Whyalla, South Australia. Today, I'd like to fight in honor. Let's go.
Bayako fighting out of Bremerton. Let's get active.
What's going on, everybody? Fire Chicken, get back at the scrapyard. We got a first time ever, probably in the history of fighting. 5 versus 1. 1 man versus 5 ladies in a scrapyard. We
It's
got
not gonna
Frankie
end
Lapena, and we got 5 ladies. Hey,
These
shout out to our
are gonna end
sponsors.
well.
Check them out below in the description. Ladies, gentlemen, be safe and fight hard. You've been instructed on the rules, but no shots to the face, down are legal. No shots to the back of the head, no shots to the back at all. I'm going to step in if things get too out of control and give a standing 8 count. If you know the rules, everybody touch gloves and go back to your corner. A lot of gloves. All right, back to corners, back to corners. All right, scrapyard. 5 versus
he's gonna
1
win.
boxing. Let's fight. Oh, shit.
He's running. There's no guarding him tall. Oh, he, he needs to go one by one. He needs to go for this one first. She seems like the most athletic, but he's not guarding himself and he's just running. He's just like throwing like all over the place. He needs to focus on it one by one.
Neutral corner. 1, 2, 3.
Walk it off.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fighter. You want to continue? 1.
Oh, sorry, God.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. All right. Round's over. Back to your corners.
Here we go again. This is trend. This is every month. Guns down, gloves up, and shut up and knuckle up. I can take you on a ride, but you might want to buckle up. Street scrapyard next.
Did you guys see that? she was punching his ass. That's crazy.
A lot of back to head shots. Hard for them to know where I'm going.
Do a little more defense. Okay? You don't have to swing everything. Because when you're swinging, you're obviously opening up, right?
Right, you're a good fight.
Yeah, you're swinging.
Have fun.
Not the most fun thing, but yeah.
All right.
Everywhere I look, you good?
Okay. It's kind of hard because it's around. So,
He went after you.
yeah, right.
Blow your nose.
I wouldn't blow too hard.
Yep.
A lot of fighters. Yeah, that was slow.
He's bleeding.
But yeah, we'll go like this. Pubes on there. All right.
All right, scrapyard. 5 versus 1. Round 2. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Fight!
Fall hard. Let's go.
Just attack.
He needs to take this one out because she's really athletic. You see the way she's stunning, and I'm not even a boxer like that, but the way she has stance, you can tell that she knows what she's doing.
There it is. Oh, you're right. Look at her. Yeah, move your feet. Hands up. Move your feet.
Watch the back of the head.
Hold some feet. Keep your hands by your face. Hands by your face.
He needs to pick her out.
Get them out.
Yeah, there you go.
Move.
He needs to pick her out.
Run through.
Yeah. He's running.
No late punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You good for the third round? One more.
Scarface made it possible for all places.
They had it. They won the drum.
Respect, you might get checked, but win or lose, there's no regrets. This is free beef scrapyard. We ain't gotta act all because that's for track.
A little better defense.
Much better.
Felt better? Yeah. There's 5. I know. Both space. You were doing good.
All right, hey, real quick, watch me. If he goes down, you got to stop hitting him. We gotta break that and give him his 8 count and get back to it. Last round.
Make
sure.
All right, here we go. Scrapyard, 5 versus 1, round 3. Ladies, are you ready?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, are you ready? Let's fight.
Got me, baby.
He's running again. He's running. Oh, yeah, let's get that one. Get her.
Get out there. Get out there. Body shots. Get him.
He's running. He gotta do much better.
Right here. Smother. Back.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fighter, can you continue?
No.
Give or take.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish it out. 10 seconds.
Jab. Stiff jab. Four. 3.
No fighting. Oh my God. Look at him.
Break.
They won. I think I'll do much better. All right, guys, man. I just wanted to do that for the final video. Just a little bit of entertainment. I think I'll do much better. Also, I just noticed my I don't know what was going on with my internet. Anyway, shout out to Miss Mariam, Evo Eddie run off already, Mr. Reno Gibson, Mana Man. Oh my God. Just a regular guy. Who else was in the chat? Joseph. All day, every day. That's a name. Those are Teams called me a simp. Shout out to you guys. I was gonna stream tomorrow, but I got other things to do. So I think I'll be back next week. So shout out to you guys. Till next time. And thanks to Miss Mariam for the $2 super chat. All right. So peace out.